Hi foodie friends, I'm Chef Jessica Ann with Savory Experiments and my sauce recipes, and today I'm going to show you how to make your own dry brown gravy mix. You know, the kind you buy in a packet at the grocery store? I'm going to show you how easy it is to make this at home. You can give it as a gift, you can use it for yourself, make it in large batches, always have it on hand, and it costs next to nothing. You probably already have those ingredients in your pantry. But before we get started, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, do all the things to our videos so that I know you're out there watching. I love hearing from my foodie friends. Okay, we ready? This is gonna blow your mind. There's only 3 ingredients. The first one is white flour. You need something to be able to thicken the gravy. We have 3/4 cup of an all-purpose flour, right on in. The thing that gives it flavor is beef bouillon. Beef bouillon is nothing but dehydrated beef broth. Generally, you add water back to it and then it rehydrates. It is a little salty, so I don't add any additional salt to the mix until I'm ready to make my gravy and I can taste it. And there's a reason why I do that too. So go ahead and put in about 3 tablespoons of beef bouillon, just the dry ones. Sometimes it comes in a cube. You can break those apart with the back of a spoon if you need to. And lastly, white pepper. It says 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon of ground white pepper. It's a little bit more mild than black pepper. If you really love that peppery flavor, go ahead and use black pepper. The reason why I don't, or add more salt, is that I don't know when I'm making my gravy mix if I'm going to be using drippings or not. And if I'm using drippings, my gravy is going to take on the flavor of whatever drippings I'm using. And if those are salty or peppery, I can't take that out if it's already in my mix. So I want to be able to season accordingly. Okay, so the mix is made. How easy was that? Literally 1, 2, 3, and it is done. Just go ahead and whisk it together so that it's evenly combined. This can be stored for, gosh, years in an airtight container in your pantry. Just keep it away from moisture. Let's go ahead and make this into a batch of gravy made without drippings. Making the gravy is as easy as making the gravy mix. You want to start off with about 2 tablespoons of fats. Here today we are using unsalted butter because we don't have drippings. If you have those fatty drippings that are just full of flavor, they're like little flavor bombs from whatever it is you are cooking, be it a turkey, a beef roast, chicken, pork, use those. And if you don't have a full 2 tablespoons, go ahead and supplement with a little bit of butter or a neutral oil like avocado oil, vegetable oil, or olive oil. Put it into a small saucepan. If you are using butter, go ahead and let it melt. Get my butter to melt here. I do use unsalted butter because those drippings again can be super salty, and the bouillon in the mix also has salt in it. We're going to start by making what we call a roux, only we're using butter and this seasoned flour to do it. The flour is going to thicken the gravy for us. We need about 2 tablespoons of the gravy mix. So as you can see, if you make 1 batch of gravy mix, it'll make you about 5 batches of actual gravy. And if you're serving more people than 4, you can easily adjust how much you're going to make. We're going to wait for that to fully melt. It'll come together, it'll make a paste. You can also add a lot of other flavors to it. If you have fresh herbs, you can let them simmer in here. You can chop them up super fine and mix it on in. If you want a spicy gravy, go for some crushed red pepper flakes, cayenne, maybe some smoked paprika for a smoky flavor. In fact, if you want really smoky, like you're serving this with something that was grilled or smoked, you could do a little bit of liquid smoke, just a drop or 2, to give it that full body smoky flavor. Okay. This is coming together. It looks like a paste, almost like a cookie dough, if you will. Letting it simmer a little bit at that paste browns it. It gives it a little bit more full body flavor. And after it's fully pasted, butter mix, that's my new word, add in 1 cup of water. Keep whisking it so that you don't have any large clumps. After that, you just let it simmer until it starts to thicken, and then it's ready to use. Okay, we have our mountain of mashed potatoes. I guess it's probably more like a plateau than a mountain, but they are ready to go with our gravy using no drippings. See that? Nice and smooth, velvety brown gravy. And I like a little bit of spark in there, so I'm gonna do some ground black pepper. This to me is a meal in and of itself. People might think I'm crazy, but I could eat mashed potatoes for dinner. From my kitchen to yours, have a great day.